Good morning. Marcy has a comment in here. The Guam Seal is a depiction of the artist's creativity and should be left as it is. Oh, interesting. Good morning on you guys. Chamarita Regis says, good morning, Farron. Good morning. We have Dr. Hoa Wen on standby, getting ready to, I'm just going over some of our comments here. Getting ready to jump on from the American Medical Center family of clinics. We're just going to take a quick break here. As we did, guys, the price of gas over $6 now, right? 603, I believe. Oh, man, that $20, like I told you guys before, I'm a habitual $20 gasser. It's not really getting much out of that 20. We might have to up the appropriation a little bit. 7:38 again, quick break. Dr. Hoa Wen is coming up next right here on the link. Good morning.
Get yourself all caught up with the week's games, scores, and
let us know
highlights
what's
with the
up
KUM.
on our KOM News WhatsApp tip line at 671-727-0094. Share information about what's happening in your town, on Guam or the CNMI, and what you want us to know. Reach us on WhatsApp at 671-727-0094.
We're living in a new world with new ways of communicating, connecting, and moving through life.
Every day seems to be marked with change, and with all these changes, you need trusted people you can rely on for advice and insights about the things that really matter.
Let Gina and I walk you through everything you need to know about real estate, from buying to selling to renting, and all the details in between.
Join us with Jason Solis every week on House to Home.
House to Home every Tuesday on KUAM News Extra, presented by Remax Diamond Realty.
Northern Marianas, rise up to the challenge! June 17th through June 25th, the Northern Marianas will be hosting the NM Pacific Mini Games 2022. Athletics, badminton, baseball, beach volleyball, golf, tennis, triathlon, ba'a, and weightlifting. Visit northernmarianas2022.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you to our sponsors, Joten Dadai Foundation, T Galleria, Tansu Lin Foundation, Elin Group, Northern Marianas College, IT&E, Marpat, Docomo Pacific, McDonald's of Saipan, Mobile Out Micronesia, Bank of Guam, Triple J, and more.
Watch Mariana's artists, activists, and visionaries and their quest to protect, preserve, and promote Archimoto culture on the Culture Club, a weekly feature on KUAM News digital platforms and the KUAM News Weekend Edition, brought to you by Tropicool Ice.
We're taking care of business with GTA on KUAM Digital. Tips and advice for your business to get more productive, efficient, and streamlined with pro tips, tools, and other services. We're navigating through the best practices in tech, operations, and beyond every month with the help of our friends at GTA on KUAM Digital. GTA, we start with you.
See what's on TV tonight with schedules, network news and notes, local promotions and giveaways on KUAM Communications social media pages. Like and follow us on Facebook or Instagram now for all the latest and never miss out. It's Feed Me Fridays on the link. Good eats, good company, and beyond good chow with Team KUAM checking out Guam's most tantalizing, tempting menu items. Every Friday on the link, listen on Breeze 93.9 FM or stream online. Brought to you by Devondale, real milk from free grazing cows. Catch Sports Link on the link every Friday for the latest sports news, game schedules, athlete profiles, and more. Sports Link airs every Friday on Breeze 93.9 FM and streaming online across our multimedia platforms. Sports Link is brought to you by Mariana's Irrigation and Landscape and Taco Bell. Live Mas.
Start off your middays with the menu on KUAM News Hotspot, your preview to the big news items. Broadcast on KUAM TV8 weekdays at noon with live stream on our social media platforms, plus an encore at 5 p.m. on KUAM TV11.
The menu, brought to you by King's Restaurant, always open, always local, and Ruby Tuesday Guam, home of the Fresh Garden Bar.
Good morning on you guys. Cabo Enterprises, ITD, and Jack in the Box at 741. It's May 6th, 2022, Mother's Day weekend. Happy early Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I think there was a comment in here. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms and then the single fathers too. So happy Mother's Day to everyone. If you identify as a mother or you're a single father who did both, or if you're like my mom who was both a mother and a father, then happy Mother's and Father's Day. It's 7:42. Dr. Hoa Wen joins us in the KUAM News Link Zoom room. Good morning, Doc. Happy Friday.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday.
Well, it's been a minute, Doc, since the last time we spoke. The last of the mandates has been lifted, the indoor mask mandate. I don't know if you caught the press conference.
Yeah, I listened to the press conference during the clinic.
He was working hard at the clinic. Doc, what are you seeing, though? Because when I'm going around, like, I went around yesterday with no mask, went to the movies and stuff. But what I'm seeing is a lot of people are still wearing the masks indoors.
And, we are clearly no longer on the pandemic phase. The rest of the world, some part of the world are still in pandemic, but clearly we are no longer in pandemic. Not going to be endemic.
Oh, Doc, hold on, Doc, because you're breaking up. Can you turn your volume down a little bit, and then I'll turn it up on my end?
Got it.
Okay, give me a test.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, good. Okay, go ahead.
Is that clear now?
That is very clear. So you were saying we're still in a pandemic?
No. We are clearly on the endemic phase now. We are no longer in pandemic. The rest of the world, some part of the world are still in pandemic, but in Guam, we are in endemic phase now. So we're going to see COVID around for the next several years or so. It's not going to go away. But the good part about it is that the symptoms are very mild at this point of Omicron, and the hospitalization is going to continue to be low. And after 2 years, our people know what to do already. The mask mandate is no longer there. And yes, you're going to continue to see people wearing masks in the public, especially in a crowded place. And that's what we want. We want the people to have the right to choose if they want to wear or not wearing them, right? So at a certain point, that decision needs to be made. And I'm glad that it coming last week, so that way people have a choice to wear or not. There's nothing wrong with wearing the mask in public if they want to wear them. Yeah. So I think that you're going to continue to see that for the next several months until people start to feel much more comfortable. At the healthcare level in the clinic, we're going to do that for the next 6 to 7 weeks, and then more likely we'll be drop the mask in the clinic too once things are getting better. So we're going to reevaluate in the next few weeks or so. But right now, I feel very comfortable from where we are. So I think that the thing we need to do now is just make sure that we come out of this pandemic and kind of fix up the healthcare system in Guam.
Yeah, Doc, I wanted to ask. What is up with the healthcare system on Guam? Because when you just kind of ask around, people are saying that it's worse off than when, before the pandemic.
Yeah, we take a lot of hit with the healthcare system in Guam. Right now, we are not in good shape at this point. I think that we have to kind of look forward in the recovery phase, because I think the recovery phase is more important than the pandemic phase. I tell you, we didn't really put much on the healthcare system the past 2 years or so, and we need to start to do some preparation, especially at the hospital level. Both the hospital level right now are really dependent heavily on the travel nurse. And when the travel nurse go away, we're going to have a severe bed shortage in Guam. And that's something that I think that the leadership need to really look at the hospital situation and project out for the next year or two, because that's something that you can lose the travel nurse within a week, and the hospital capacity going to cut in half. It's very important because throughout the last 2 years pandemic, our comorbidity, or our people are going up, and you're going to see some people that have a heart attack and stroke because of pandemic, and we need to be really prepared to make sure there's no bed shortage for these people.
Doc,
so
but,
I think that
let me ask you this.
Really,
if we just keep extending the public health emergency, can we just keep hiring these travel nurses and we just never have to worry about a nursing shortage again?
Sooner or later, the FEMA money and whatever money that supports from the travel nurse going to run out, Chris. That's reality, right? I mean, they cannot support us for the next 2 or 3 years. So we have to plan ahead on how to recruit the nursing, how to retain our nursing staff in Guam, and how to probably extend the school of nursing to have more applicants in the school, so that way we can produce more nursing staff in the future. But we have to do really fast. That's what comes down to pipe, and I hope that the leadership have a plan to move forward with the nurse shortage.
Doc, I wanted to ask because this the issue of abortion. Obviously, I know it's kind of been ruling the day the last few weeks. But I wanted to ask just what is the situation on Guam, the status with abortions like right now? Is anybody performing abortions on island?
Right now, I know this is a very sensitive topic for a lot of people. But yes, in the past 2 years, there's some elective abortion that occur in Guam. I know that people don't want to disclose, but yes, I know that they have elective abortion for different reasons, right? I mean, there's a medical reason, there's an elective reason, but definitely there's a lot of them medical reason that whatever you need to do in order to save the mother life, or there's some complication in the pregnancy. So yeah, they have some elective abortion in Guam the past 2 years.
I don't know if you have a take on this this issue of abortion, but just what do you think of the arguments on both sides? I'm pretty sure you and your colleagues are talking about it.
Yeah, there's the middle ground somewhere there, Chris, that they have to come across. I think there's valid reason why the pregnancy had to be terminated. So there's a lot of misinformation out there that I think that they need to go through, but there's a middle ground that take into consideration of the mother safety and the fetus. So there's a lot of reasons. It's not a cut and dry decision. But I think that the people on either side don't see everything in the big picture, and they kind of generalize a lot of stuff. And I think that there's a lot of reason that to keep the fetus, which is the main thing we want to have the fetus mature and have a life. But there's also some few incidents that that there's a must for abortion in order to save the mother life. Yeah. So there's a middle ground that have to come across, and I think there's too many misinformation out there.
Yeah, Doc. I mean, it's definitely a hot debate. I wanted to ask with the nurses, right? And you're talking about nurse shortage. Like, didn't we give the nurses a big raise? Has that had an impact in retaining them, or are they still leaving island for better pay?
Yeah, they still island for better pay. Travel nurse make a lot of money. They sometimes make more than physician now as a travel nurse. So of course, if you are a local nurse that don't really have a very much tie in Guam, and you want to make extra money at this point, they would leave Guam and join the travel nurse agency, and in the short term, they make a lot of money. So we have to do something. The raise that we give to them is not enough to retain them. We have to kind of work in a different way. Like we need to graduate more nurse. Chris. Well, we have like 20, 30 nurse graduates a year, and that's not even enough to put a dent into our nurse shortage here in Guam. And the nurse shortage is everywhere in the world. Now, the United States, a lot of nurse shortage too, but locally, we need to produce more nurse. I would double or triple the nursing class at UOG and GCC and put the money there. That's where I think that the money should be giving to UOG and GCC to help them, build up the nursing program, because that's what we need to grow our nursing staff locally.
Right.
So things like that need to be in the work. We are late now, but we better start now than never.
Yeah, Doc. I mean, I agree. There's just a huge loss of talent, brain drain, I think people call it. Especially during the pandemic, what we've seen is a lot of people have left island for what they feel are greener pastures, maybe in the States, right? But these shortages, a lot of them, especially when you see friends I have who they go off and they go to school and they want to come back, but the cost of living, right? When you compare the pay to what for example, like a nurse here makes versus what one makes in California. Many of them just, when you do the math, right, you love your island, you want to help out, but you also need to make a living. And sadly, many of them can't make that kind of living that they need to, especially when you consider how expensive the schooling is for a lot of these professional technical situations. So what do you think we can do to not just entice these people to come back, but to kind of reward them for taking a huge hit to help out their home?
Okay, so first of all, I forgot to say Happy Nursing Day. Okay, it's a Nurse Day today. So
Happy Nursing Day, guys! Yeah. Happy Nurses Day, nurses. We're just trying to get you guys more money here. That's all.
Yeah, it takes a lot to become a nurse. I tell you, it's easy to become a doctor or provider, but it takes a whole lot more of a caring person to be a nurse. And my hats off to all the nursing staff. We cannot survive without you guys. So, but Kristen, to address the retention of nurse is to me, we need to produce a lot more staff locally. I'm telling you, they need to invest all the money in UOGCCC to graduate much more nurse in Guam. So every nurse every class that we graduate, we can retain 70% of them. We are going to expect to lose some from off island, but we can retain 65-70% of them. It really helps a whole lot. And it's kind of hard to work at the hospital level and see that the travel nurse, that your colleague that stand next to you make a lot more than you do. So it's a very hard task to be challenged, right? I mean, it's something that I think our local leadership really need to take a look at that and really come up with a program to how to retain this nursing staff and not losing them.
Right, Doc. I mean, I follow just going around on social media. Sometimes you'll find these travel nurses, and you go on their social media, and man, they were living the life. I mean, they some of them are on Guam now, but they came from the Bahamas or wherever, and they get paid as much as $200 an hour. Is that correct?
Yeah, about $175, $200 an hour is a lot.
Wow.
So they are all good, but it's never better than the local nurse. They have to root and know our culture, our people here, right? Yeah. That's what we want, and that's what we need to do. We need to do something to make sure that they stay on the island to serve the people.
Doc, is it AMC's anniversary or something?
Yeah, it's
pop that
today's
up there, sir. I sent you that.
Yeah, 17 years.
Wow.
Time to fly by, and really appreciate all our patients and all our staff, and and how it's grown to, and become one of the best clinic on island.
Yeah, we got I know you sent me that. I thought AMC was running for governor or something because you sent me a graphic and it says right here. Joe's gonna pop it up. It says BIBA American Medical Center, 17 years, established 2005. Because it's been a crazy year with the election, Doc. I was like, oh my God, is Doc running?
No. I stay as a physician.
Yeah. The only running you do is at the port at 5 a.m., right?
Yes, that's the only running I do.
Right on. So, hey, happy anniversary to you and your staff at the AMC Family and Clinics.
But Chris, well, we come to an endemic phase now. I really like, as a former chair of the PAC, I really want to say thank you to the Tier 2 clinic, the SDA, FSP, and AMC, along with the private side of the hospital like GRMC and also GMH, and the National Guard as a whole, along with the school nurse and everyone during the past 2.5 years or so that I have a chance to work with them. Thank you so much for everyone, and along with public health, forgot to go through this pandemic. So thank you, everyone. It's truly a public-private partnership. So it's been an honor to work with all of them.
Right on, Doc. And I got to say the same for you. You've always been a very reasonable voice during this pandemic. You haven't shied away from calling out those who need to be called out, and that's why I really consider you, not just a frequent contributor here on the link, but a good friend as well, Doc. So thank you, Doc, and BIBA AMC.
Welcome. Have a good day, guys.
Right on. There you go. Let me know when we're going on the boat, Doc. Let me know.
Sunday.
Sunday, right on. There you go. Happy Mother's Day to the wife, Doc.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, there you go, Dr. Hall. When 7:58, Friday, May 6th, 2022. There you go. Doctor's orders. Yes. And happy anniversary, 17 years to AMC. We had a couple comments in here. Congratulations, AMC. There's another one. Dr. Wen nails it again. Nurses' education should be subsidized to make it more accessible for new students. Thank you. Mark comments, traveling nurses really get paid a lot. I've known some that only work 4 days a week, and yet they get paid quite a bit. It's time to look into hiring traveling nurses from the Philippines. Good morning. Good morning on you guys, Facebook Live. 7:59, sir. We're going to take a quick break. We're KUAM FM in Agotni, Guam on this Friday. Whoa, be my business. Don't forget, Mother's Day is this Sunday, right? And so I think for us, what we're going to do in my house is we're going to celebrate my mom. I'm going to make she said she wants me to make a dinner, right? But if she wants to go out, we'll go out. But it's going to kind of have the kids over Saturday night because, Sunday they're going to do things with their moms and stuff. And really it's going to be great, guys. This is, I know that Mother's Day, usually it's kind of like an immediate family type celebration, right? But, go for it, man. Go for it. We're in this new normal. Like Doc said, we're in the endemic. Clearly people are having a good time out there. It's great to see. It's 8 o'clock. We're KUAM FM. I got in Guam again. A quick break, and then we're jumping over to the CNMI. The boy who jumped to Luta, we're going to one-up him. We're going to jump to Saipan.